The weekend is here, and so is some cloud cover and rain across the Suncoast. But for much of the rest of the country, the heat is the big story. 90 to 95, even 96 up there in Detroit. Over 120 million folks under some kind of heat advisory, with the heat building in from Ontario to Phoenix. But closer to home, the rain is going to be the bigger story, with the cloud cover keeping our highs in check. We're likely going to be in the 80s for a high temperature across most spots on the Suncoast today. Rain is likely today, though, with isolated strong storms. And then as we head towards Sunday, widespread showers in the mix, although I do expect rain to be slightly less in amount as we head toward the second half of the weekend. For your holiday 4th of July forecast, the typical summer heat will build back in, so highs will probably be back in the 90s with a few less afternoon thunderstorms, but still, it's Florida in July, and I do expect rain coverage to remain at 40% next week. 70 on the board for us today, 60 tomorrow, highs rising near 89 on Sunday, scattered downpours, and overall a little bit less heat and a little bit more rain. It's usually how the trade-off works here on the Suncoast. The good news is, as we head later on into the afternoon, I do expect some clearing, so we could see some peaks of sunshine even through the clouds as we head later on into the day, or into the evening, I should say, and into Sunday morning. Off and on showers, 1 or 2 locally strong downpours for Sunday afternoon, with 50 to 60% rain coverage for Sunday. So some of that deeper tropical moisture sticks around for us for the second half of the weekend. Speaking of the tropics, good news is waters remain relatively cool across the broader part of the Atlantic, so all quiet in the Caribbean and Western Atlantic. Closer to home in the Gulf, waters are still pretty warm here, but no tropical threats for us for the Suncoast over the next 5 days, although again I do have rain chances relatively high over the next few days. The European model shows a continued moisture train coming out of the Western Atlantic here over us on the Suncoast. Not a washout, I don't think, any of the next few days, but rain coverage is going to stay at 40 to 60%, so pretty good chance you're going to see a downpour or two most of the next few days. Widespread showers with a few scattered storms for folks out on the Gulf today. Of course, the Sarasota Grand Prix powerboat race is going on, and the good news, despite the high rain chances, the seas are going to be relatively calm. So hopefully we'll see a couple breaks in the clouds, and we can get those races underway without too much trouble out there on the Gulf today. Want everybody from out of town to enjoy our weather here on the Suncoast, not have to worry about it. Your 7-day forecast then shows those rain chances going down just a little bit as we head for the second half of the weekend and the beginning of your 4th of July holiday stretch. Temperatures are going to be climbing with the rain chances falling, since we'll have a little bit more sunshine next week. Highs likely in the low 90s, lows sticking in the mid 70s.